So, Governor, this was a big deal yesterday, and there were certain heated moments where the Deputy Attorney General Rosenstein, who oversees the Mueller probe, and Mueller himself doing that investigation, he was put in that hot seat and had to defend the integrity of not only that investigation, but the FBI and the DOJ. How did he do?
I think he did very poorly, because he didn't really answer the questions. Now, he can hide behind the fact that, well, we're still investigating, fine. But at some point, we got to turn the lights on here. And the lights so far don't look real good for the Justice Department. And when you, first of all, have a couple of people who signed up to be on the Mueller investigation who were lovers, and you wonder about the interoffice policy about that kind of thing. Secondly, who has time to exchange 10,000 texts? And they weren't simple political opinions. These were texts that went into great detail, speaking of the president in the most incredibly vile, vulgar way, and even talking about how they want to make sure that there's an insurance plan to see that he doesn't get elected. Sandra, this is way beyond a political opinion. This is an intent to stage what essentially amounts to a coup d'etat of the highest elected office in the United States of America.
And you're talking about one of the more notable messages. It came on August 15, 2016, from Strzok himself. I want to believe the path you threw out for consideration in Andy's office, that there's no way Trump gets elected, he wrote. But I'm afraid we can't take that risk. He said, possibly referring to, as we have concluded, the then Deputy FBI Director Andrew McCabe. He said, it's like an insurance policy in the unlikely event you die before you're 40.
I mean, first of all, let's be clear. When he's talking about Andrew McCabe, whose wife got $700,000 for her Democratic political office bid from Terry McAuliffe, that's a little weird. Bruce Orr, high-level Department of Justice official, who was involved in some of these investigations, whose wife worked for GPS Fusion, funded by the Hillary Clinton campaign and the DNC, who created the false dossier on Donald Trump, which supposedly was the basis for doing surveillance, which ultimately led to Mike Flynn's indictment. Look, this stuff smells worse than a feedlot at a hog farm, and how anybody can sit there with a straight face during that hearing and say, well, we don't see anything here that looks all that nefarious. Sandra, it's bizarre, and our country really has to have belief and confidence in our Justice Department. I do believe that overwhelmingly the rank-and-file men and women of the FBI are people of integrity. But at the top, the old saying is, you know, a fish rots from the head down. There's something rotten at the head of this fish.
Well, you know what's amazing is that he's still employed there. He's in the Human Resources Department. I look at some of the other words that he exchanged. He called the president an idiot, a loathsome human. He has not been removed from working there, Governor.
Well, and let's add this. It's not just his contempt for the president, but what about the contempt for the people who pay his salary? You played that clip a moment ago that Trey Gowdy alluded to, how he could smell the Trump voters when they were at a Walmart. What kind of contempt do you have for voters, for taxpayers that you're supposed to be serving? And that's not serving them. That's holding them in contempt and looking at them with the view of a snob. And that's not what we're paying people to do. Can they have their own opinions? Yes. But this is a work-related text with another employee on a government phone. And how people can get away with that, I have no idea. I don't think most of us in the private sector can get away with that if we did those kind of things, said those kind of things on a company-related device.